I Trust Trees, a holistic exploration. Welcome to I Trust Trees, an audiobook that invites you to explore the profound relationship between humans and trees through the lenses of science, symbiosis, and spiritual inspiration, brought to you by Holistic Literary. This journey will take you deep into the heart of nature, where trees stand not only as silent witnesses to the passage of time, but also as vital partners in the dance of life. Drawing inspiration from the works of Katie Holten, Hageneder, and John Butler, this book delves into the interconnectedness between humanity and the natural world. We explore how trees are far more than just plants. They are living, breathing beings that communicate, heal, and hold the wisdom of ages within their roots and branches. Science shows us the intricate systems that trees use to sustain life, not only for themselves but for the entire planet. They are the lungs of the earth, converting carbon dioxide into the oxygen we breathe. Recent discoveries even reveal that trees communicate with each other through vast underground networks, sharing nutrients and information in a complex web of life. In the realm of symbiosis, trees offer us profound lessons in cooperation and mutual support. They remind us that no being exists in isolation. Our survival and well-being are intertwined with the health of the ecosystems we inhabit. Trees teach us about resilience, adaptation, and the quiet strength that comes from standing tall amidst the storms of life. On a more spiritual level, trees have long been revered as symbols of wisdom, patience, and endurance. Inspired by John Butler's meditative reflections and Hageneder's exploration of tree lore, we'll journey into the holistic meaning of trees as sacred beings. Trees ground us, offering a sense of peace and connection to something greater than ourselves. They inspire us to trust in the natural order of life and to find stillness and strength within. Through this audiobook, Holistic Literary aims to bridge the gap between scientific understanding and spiritual reverence for trees. Whether you are a nature lover, a spiritual seeker, or someone curious about the hidden life of trees, this journey will deepen your appreciation for these majestic beings and the vital role they play in our world. As you listen, may you be inspired to trust in the wisdom of trees, to reconnect with the natural world, and to cultivate a deeper sense of harmony and peace within yourself and with all living things. Welcome to I Trust Trees, a holistic exploration of life rooted in the wisdom of the earth. Key themes for I Trust Trees. 1. The science of trees, guardians of life. Ecological significance. Inspired by Katie Holten and Hageneder, this theme explores the vital role trees play in maintaining the Earth's ecosystems. From producing oxygen to sequestering carbon, trees are the backbone of life on our planet. Tree communication and intelligence. Delving into the scientific discoveries of tree networks, or the Wood Wide Web, this theme highlights how trees communicate, share resources, and support one another, demonstrating a complex and intelligent system that sustains entire forests. 2. Symbiosis, the interconnectedness of life. Mutual support systems. Drawing from Hageneder's insights, this theme examines the symbiotic relationships between trees and other species, including humans. It reflects on how trees, fungi, animals, and humans all rely on each other for survival, creating a delicate balance of life. Lessons in cooperation. Inspired by the natural partnerships observed in forests, this theme encourages us to apply the principles of symbiosis to our own lives, fostering cooperation, mutual support, and community. 3. Spiritual wisdom. Trees as sacred beings. Trees as symbols of wisdom and peace. Drawing from John Butler's meditative practices, this theme explores trees as spiritual guides and symbols of inner stillness. Trees embody patience, endurance, and quiet strength, offering us lessons in finding peace and balance in our own lives. The sacred connection to nature. Inspired by Katie Holten's artistic and environmental perspectives, this theme emphasizes the deep spiritual connection we share with trees. It invites us to see trees as sacred beings that connect us to the divine and the larger cosmos. 4. Healing and inspiration from trees. Emotional and spiritual healing. This theme delves into how trees can be a source of emotional and spiritual healing. Spending time in nature, particularly among trees, can reduce stress, foster mindfulness, and promote a sense of well-being and connectedness. Creative inspiration. Drawing from Katie Holten's work, this theme explores how trees inspire creativity and art. Trees, with their beauty and resilience, have inspired countless works of art, literature, and music, serving as a wellspring of creative expression. 5. Trusting in the natural order. Surrendering to nature's wisdom. Inspired by the teachings of John Butler, this theme reflects on the importance of trusting the natural rhythms and cycles of life. Trees remind us to let go of control, to trust in the flow of life, and to surrender to the wisdom of the natural world. Living in harmony with the earth. This theme emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with nature, advocating for environmental stewardship and a deep respect for the earth. It calls for a holistic approach to life that honors and protects our natural world, inspired by the profound connection we share with trees. Chapter 1. The Science of Trees, Guardians of Life. Ecological significance. Trees are more than just towering plants. They are the lifeblood of our planet, playing an irreplaceable role in maintaining the Earth's ecosystems. Inspired by the work of Katie Holten and Hageneder, this theme delves into the myriad ways trees support life on Earth, acting as the backbone of all ecological systems. Oxygen production and carbon sequestration. One of the most crucial roles trees play is in producing oxygen and sequestering carbon dioxide, essential processes for sustaining life on Earth. Through photosynthesis, trees convert carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into oxygen, which is vital for all aerobic life forms. A single mature tree can produce enough oxygen to sustain 2 human beings. Trees also act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas, from the atmosphere, helping to mitigate climate change. Katie Holten's work often emphasizes the intricate connections between trees and human life, portraying them as the silent custodians of our planet's health. She illustrates how deforestation disrupts these vital processes, leading to increased carbon levels in the atmosphere and contributing to global warming. By understanding the ecological significance of trees, we are reminded of our responsibility to protect and preserve these natural guardians. Maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem health. Trees are the foundation of terrestrial ecosystems, providing habitat, food, and shelter for countless species. The diversity of life that depends on trees is staggering, from birds that nest in their branches to insects that feed on their leaves. Trees support a complex web of life. In tropical rainforests, which are home to over half of the world's plant and animal species, The towering canopies of trees create a rich and diverse environment where life thrives. Fred Hageneder's exploration of tree lore and botany often underscores the deep interconnectedness of trees with other life forms. He shows how trees, through their root systems, nourish the soil, stabilize the ground, and prevent erosion, thereby maintaining the health and balance of entire ecosystems. Trees also regulate water cycles by absorbing and releasing water through transpiration, ensuring that rivers flow and that the land remains fertile. Climate regulation. Beyond carbon sequestration, trees play a critical role in regulating the Earth's climate. Forests act as natural air conditioners, cooling the planet by providing shade and releasing water vapor into the atmosphere, which in turn helps form clouds and precipitation. This cooling effect is crucial in combating the heat island effect in urban areas, where the absence of trees leads to higher temperatures. Katie Holten highlights the importance of urban trees in her work, showing how they not only improve air quality by filtering pollutants, but also cool our cities, making them more livable. Trees in urban environments reduce energy costs by providing natural shade, lowering the need for air conditioning, and thereby reducing the carbon footprint of cities. Tree communication and intelligence. Recent scientific discoveries have revealed that trees are not solitary beings, but are part of a vast, interconnected network, often referred to as the Wood Wide Web. This underground network, primarily formed by mycorrhizal fungi, connects trees and allows them to communicate, share resources, and support one another in ways that challenge our understanding of plant intelligence. The Wood Wide Web. Mycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic relationships with the roots of trees, creating a vast underground network through which trees exchange nutrients and information. Through this network, trees can transfer carbon, nitrogen, and water to one another, particularly to those in need, such as young saplings or trees that are sick or under attack by pests. Fred Hageneder's work often delves into these symbiotic relationships, illustrating how trees and fungi cooperate in a mutual exchange that benefits both parties. The fungi receive carbohydrates produced by the trees through photosynthesis, while the trees gain access to nutrients and water that the fungi extract from the soil. This intricate system ensures the survival and health of the forest as a whole. Communication and social behavior. Trees are capable of complex social behaviors that have been observed in various studies. For example, when a tree is attacked by insects, it can release chemical signals that warn neighboring trees of the threat, prompting them to produce defensive chemicals. This form of communication demonstrates a level of awareness and response that was once thought impossible for plants. Katie Holten, inspired by these scientific insights, often portrays trees as sentient beings with a form of intelligence that transcends our traditional understanding of cognition. She suggests that by observing how trees interact and support each other, we can learn valuable lessons about cooperation, community, and resilience. Supporting the forest community. Trees do not simply compete for resources, they actively support one another, ensuring the survival of the community. In a healthy forest, older trees often act as mother trees, providing nutrients and water to younger trees through the wood wide web. This nurturing behavior ensures that even in challenging conditions, new generations of trees have the resources they need to grow. Fred Hageneder emphasizes the importance of this communal aspect of tree life in his work, highlighting how trees embody the principles of mutual aid and cooperation that are essential for the survival of any community, including human societies. He argues that by understanding and respecting these natural processes, we can better harmonize our actions with the natural world. Conclusion. In I Trust Trees, the science of trees is not just a study of biology and ecology, but a profound exploration of life itself. Trees, as guardians of life, offer us a blueprint for how to live in harmony with the earth and with each other. By understanding their ecological significance and their complex communication networks, we can begin to appreciate the deep intelligence and wisdom inherent in these ancient beings. Through the works of Katie Holten and Fred Hageneder, we are invited to see trees not just as resources to be used, but as partners in life's journey, deserving of our respect, care, and trust. Chapter 2. Symbiosis. The interconnectedness of life. Mutual support systems. The concept of symbiosis, where different organisms live together in mutually beneficial relationships, is a fundamental principle that governs life on Earth. Trees, as central figures in many ecosystems, engage in symbiotic relationships with a variety of species, from microscopic fungi to large mammals, including humans. These relationships demonstrate the intricate interconnectedness of life and how each species, no matter how small or large, plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. The tree-fungi partnership, a model of cooperation. One of the most well-known examples of symbiosis in the natural world is the relationship between trees and mycorrhizal fungi. As explored in Fred Hageneder's works, this partnership is a cornerstone of forest ecosystems. Mycorrhizal fungi attach to the roots of trees, extending their root systems far beyond their natural reach. In exchange for the carbohydrates produced by the trees through photosynthesis, these fungi provide the trees with essential nutrients and water from the soil. This mutual exchange allows both the trees and the fungi to thrive, illustrating the power of cooperation in nature. This symbiotic relationship is not just beneficial for the individual trees and fungi involved, it supports the entire forest ecosystem. The fungi network, often referred to as the wood wide web, allows trees to communicate with each other, share resources, and support those in need, such as younger saplings or trees under stress. This interconnected network ensures that the forest functions as a cohesive unit, with each part contributing to the health and stability of the whole. Symbiosis with animals. The role of trees in animal survival. Trees also engage in symbiotic relationships with animals, providing food, shelter, and breeding grounds. For example, birds rely on trees for nesting sites and protection, while many animals, including insects, mammals, and birds, depend on trees for their primary food source. In return, these animals help trees by spreading their seeds, pollinating their flowers, and sometimes even protecting them from pests. Fred Hageneder highlights how this mutual support system extends beyond mere survival. It shapes the behavior, migration patterns, and even evolution of many species. Consider the example of fruit-bearing trees and the animals that eat their fruits. The animals benefit by obtaining a nutritious meal, and in return, they disperse the seeds far from the parent tree, ensuring the propagation of the species. This simple exchange is crucial for maintaining biodiversity and the health of ecosystems. Humans and trees, a relationship of dependence and responsibility. Humans, too, have a deeply symbiotic relationship with trees, though it is often overlooked in modern society. Trees provide us with oxygen, food, medicine, and materials for building and crafting. They also play a vital role in regulating the climate, purifying the air, and maintaining the water cycle, functions that are essential for human survival. Yet, our relationship with trees is not merely one of taking, it is also one of giving and responsibility. Fred Hageneder and Katie Holten emphasize that humans have a unique role in this symbiotic relationship, as we have the capacity to either nurture or destroy these essential partners in life. The deforestation and degradation of natural habitats threaten not only the trees, but the entire web of life that depends on them, including humans. This understanding compels us to reconsider our actions and the impact they have on the natural world, encouraging a shift towards more sustainable and respectful practices. Lessons in cooperation. The natural world, with its complex web of symbiotic relationships, offers profound lessons in cooperation that can be applied to human society. Just as trees, fungi, animals, and other organisms work together to create a balanced and thriving ecosystem, humans, too, can learn to live in harmony with one another and with the earth. Cooperation in nature, a blueprint for human society. In nature, cooperation is not just an option. It is a necessity for survival. The mutual support systems observed in forests are a powerful reminder that no organism exists in isolation. Every species, every individual, is part of a larger community that relies on collaboration and mutual aid to flourish. This principle can be applied to human societies, where the well-being of the individual is closely tied to the well-being of the community. Fred Hageneder's work often draws parallels between the cooperative strategies of trees and the potential for human societies to adopt similar approaches. By fostering a culture of cooperation, where resources and support are shared, we can create communities that are resilient, adaptive, and capable of thriving in the face of challenges. This perspective encourages us to move away from the competitive, individualistic mindset that dominates much of modern life, towards a more holistic and collaborative way of living. Community and mutual support, the human application. The principles of symbiosis and cooperation are not just abstract concepts, they have practical applications in our daily lives. Whether it is within our families, workplaces, or broader communities, the idea of mutual support is essential for building strong, healthy relationships. Just as trees share resources with their neighbors through the wood wide web, humans can benefit from sharing knowledge, resources, and emotional support with those around them. For example, in a community setting, the practice of mutual aid, where individuals come together to support one another in times of need, can create a sense of solidarity and resilience. This might involve sharing food and resources, offering skills and labor, or simply providing emotional support during difficult times. Such practices not only strengthen the community, but also enhance the well-being of each member, much like how a healthy forest supports the life within it. Learning from nature, a call to action. The symbiosis observed in nature serves as a powerful metaphor for the interconnectedness of all life. It teaches us that our actions have far-reaching consequences, and that by working together, we can achieve more than we ever could alone. This chapter calls on us to embrace the lessons of cooperation and mutual support that nature offers, applying them to our own lives and communities. Fred Hageneder and Katie Holten both advocate for a deeper connection with nature, suggesting that by observing and learning from the natural world, we can find solutions to many of the challenges facing humanity today. Whether it is through sustainable living practices, environmental stewardship, or simply fostering a greater sense of community, the lessons of symbiosis provide a roadmap for creating a more harmonious and balanced world. Conclusion. In I Trust Trees, the theme of symbiosis serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. Trees, as part of a vast web of relationships, demonstrate the power of cooperation and mutual support in maintaining the balance of nature. By understanding and embracing these principles, we can begin to apply them to our own lives, fostering a greater sense of community, responsibility, and harmony with the world around us. The works of Hageneder and Katie Holten inspire us to see beyond the surface, to recognize the deep interdependence that binds us all, and to live in a way that honors and nurtures the natural world that sustains us. Chapter 3: Spiritual Wisdom. Trees as Sacred Beings. Trees as symbols of wisdom and peace. Throughout history, trees have been revered as symbols of wisdom, endurance, and peace. This reverence is not just poetic but deeply spiritual, resonating with those who seek stillness and insight in the natural world. John Butler, known for his deep meditative practices, often speaks of trees as living symbols of inner stillness and spiritual presence. When we observe a tree, particularly an ancient one like an oak, we are reminded of the qualities that trees embody: patience, endurance, and quiet strength. The oak as a symbol of resilience and wisdom. Consider the old oak, a tree often celebrated for its strength and longevity. The oak grows slowly but surely, its roots extending deep into the earth, while its branches reach towards the sky. It stands firm against the storms of life, its presence a testament to the power of resilience. In many cultures, the oak is seen as a symbol of wisdom, representing the deep, grounded knowledge that comes from living through countless seasons of change. In my own experience, spending time in the presence of an old oak has been profoundly grounding. There's a palpable energy when you sit beneath such a tree, a sense that it has witnessed more than we can imagine, standing silently as the world around it evolves. It doesn't rush, it doesn't force, it simply is. This teaches us an important lesson in our own lives: to embrace patience and allow our wisdom to grow slowly through experience and reflection, rather than through hurried or forced efforts. Meditative practice with trees. John Butler often uses trees as focal points for meditation, encouraging us to align our energy with the steady, unwavering presence of these natural giants. By meditating under a tree or simply spending quiet time in their company, we can tap into their serene energy, which can help us find balance and peace within ourselves. Trees, in this sense, become spiritual guides, leading us toward a deeper connection with our inner selves and the world around us. One particular practice I've found beneficial is the simple act of sitting quietly with your back against a tree trunk, feeling the connection between the tree's roots and your own spine. As you breathe deeply, you can imagine yourself drawing strength and stability from the tree, allowing its peaceful energy to flow through you. This practice helps to quiet the mind and brings a profound sense of peace and presence. The sacred connection to nature. Trees are more than just living organisms. They are sacred beings that connect us to the divine and the larger cosmos. This theme is beautifully explored in Katie Holten's work, where she merges art and environmentalism to reveal the deep, spiritual connection we share with trees. Holten's artistic representations often portray trees as sacred symbols, reminding us of their role as bridges between the earth and the heavens. Trees as connectors to the divine. In many spiritual traditions, trees are seen as connectors to the divine. Their roots delve deep into the earth, while their branches reach towards the heavens, embodying the connection between the physical and spiritual realms. The ancient Druids revered trees, especially the oak, as sacred beings that held the wisdom of the earth and the sky. This idea resonates with those who feel a deep spiritual connection to nature, seeing trees as living temples that house the spirit of life itself. From my perspective, this sacred connection becomes evident when you engage with trees not just as plants, but as sentient beings with whom we share this planet. When you stand among them, especially in a dense forest, there's an undeniable sense that you're in the presence of something greater than yourself. The air feels different, almost sacred, as if the trees themselves are guardians of the space, offering their quiet strength and wisdom to those who seek it. The healing power of trees. Beyond their physical benefits, such as providing oxygen and shelter, trees offer profound spiritual healing. The Japanese practice of Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, is a testament to the healing power of spending time in nature, particularly among trees. Scientific studies have shown that spending time in forests can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve overall well-being. But on a deeper level, being in the presence of trees can also heal the soul, reconnecting us with the rhythms of nature and the flow of life. I've personally experienced the healing power of trees during times of emotional turmoil. There's something deeply comforting about walking in a forest, surrounded by trees that have stood the test of time. Their silent presence has a way of calming the mind, allowing you to release whatever burdens you carry and find a sense of peace and clarity. Trees, in this way, become not just symbols of wisdom, but active participants in our spiritual journey, offering their energy and presence to support us. Living in harmony with trees. Katie Holten's work also emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with trees, recognizing them as essential partners in our existence. This theme encourages us to see trees not just as resources to be used, but as sacred beings to be respected and protected. In many ways, our relationship with trees reflects our relationship with the earth and with ourselves. By honoring trees and the natural world, we cultivate a deeper respect for life and for the sacred interconnectedness of all beings. Conclusion. In I Trust Trees, the theme of trees as sacred beings invites us to reconnect with the natural world on a deeper, spiritual level. Trees, with their wisdom, patience, and strength, offer us lessons in how to live with grace, resilience, and balance. Inspired by the teachings of John Butler and Katie Holten, this chapter encourages us to see trees not just as elements of nature, but as spiritual guides and sacred symbols that can help us navigate our own lives with greater clarity and peace. Whether through meditation, quiet reflection, or simply spending time in their presence, trees offer us a path back to our true selves, helping us to align with the divine flow of life and the sacredness of existence. Here's a list of important spiritual trees, along with the spiritual powers and significance traditionally associated with them. 1. Oak tree. Symbolism: strength, endurance, wisdom. Spiritual powers: the oak is often revered as a symbol of power and resilience. In many cultures, It is seen as a sacred tree that connects the earth and the heavens, embodying stability and longevity. The Druids considered it the king of trees, associating it with divine knowledge and spiritual protection. 2. Yew tree. Symbolism: death, rebirth, immortality. Spiritual powers. Yew trees are deeply connected to the cycle of life and death, often found in ancient graveyards and sacred sites. They symbolize eternal life and the transformation of the soul, acting as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. Their longevity and ability to regenerate from within make them powerful symbols of renewal. 3. Cedar tree. Symbolism: purity, protection, healing. Spiritual powers. Cedar trees are revered for their protective and purifying qualities. Native American tribes often used cedar for its spiritual cleansing properties, burning its wood or leaves to purify spaces and protect against negative energies. Cedar is also associated with wisdom and the spiritual protection of homes and sacred spaces. 4. Willow tree. Symbolism: flexibility, intuition, healing. Spiritual powers. The willow tree is associated with the moon, water, and feminine energy. It represents the ability to adapt and bend with life's challenges, while its connection to water symbolizes deep emotions and intuition. Willows are often seen as trees of healing, particularly emotional healing, helping individuals to release grief and find inner peace. 5. Birch tree. Symbolism: new beginnings, purification, protection. Spiritual powers. Birch trees are symbols of renewal and purification, often associated with the start of new cycles. In Celtic traditions, the birch is a tree of beginnings, representing rebirth and the clearing away of old energies to make way for the new. It is also believed to protect against negative influences and is often used in rituals to cleanse and purify. 6. Ash tree. Symbolism: connection to the heavens, protection, balance. Spiritual powers. In Norse mythology, the ash tree Yggdrasil is the world tree, connecting the heavens, earth, and underworld. The ash is considered a powerful tree of balance and protection, linking the physical world with the spiritual realms. It is also associated with life force and the integration of opposites, such as light and dark, heaven and earth. 7. Baobab tree. Symbolism: life, community, resilience. Spiritual powers. Known as the tree of life, the baobab is revered in Africa for its ability to store water and provide sustenance in harsh environments. Spiritually, it symbolizes life, strength, and resilience, as well as the importance of community and connection. The baobab is often seen as a sacred tree that nurtures both body and spirit. 8. Redwood tree. Symbolism: wisdom, connection, longevity. Spiritual powers. Redwood trees, among the tallest and oldest living beings on Earth, embody the wisdom that comes with age and the deep connection to both earth and sky. Spiritually, redwoods represent the expansive nature of consciousness and the enduring strength of the human spirit. They are often associated with ancient wisdom and the ability to see the bigger picture in life. 9. Bodhi tree, sacred fig. Symbolism: enlightenment, spiritual awakening, knowledge. Spiritual powers. The Bodhi tree is perhaps one of the most famous spiritual trees, under which Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. It symbolizes the path to enlightenment, spiritual awakening, and the pursuit of knowledge. The Bodhi tree represents the ability to rise above worldly attachments and find inner peace and wisdom. 10. Olive tree. Symbolism: peace, healing, wisdom. Spiritual powers. The olive tree is a symbol of peace and prosperity, often associated with the Mediterranean region. Spiritually, it represents healing, nourishment, and the wisdom that comes with experience. The olive branch has long been a symbol of peace and reconciliation, while the oil from its fruit is used in various religious ceremonies for anointing and blessing. 11. Elder tree. Symbolism: transformation, protection, healing. Spiritual powers. The elder tree is associated with the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. In many traditions, it is considered a powerful tree of transformation and protection, often used in rituals to ward off evil spirits and to heal physical and spiritual ailments. The elder is also linked to the fairy world, where it is believed to be a gateway between this world and the mystical realms. 12. Hawthorn tree. Symbolism: love, protection, purification. Spiritual powers. Hawthorn trees are often associated with love and the heart, both in a literal and spiritual sense. They are seen as protectors of the home and are believed to have purifying properties that ward off negativity. In Celtic lore, the hawthorn is a sacred tree associated with the fairies, and it symbolizes the union of opposites, such as love and protection. These trees hold deep spiritual significance across various cultures and traditions, symbolizing qualities that are central to the human experience and our connection to the natural world. Chapter 4. Healing and inspiration from trees. Emotional and spiritual healing. The profound connection between trees and human well-being is an ancient relationship that transcends cultures and time. Trees are more than just physical entities. They are living symbols of stability, growth, and renewal. For centuries, people have turned to forests and trees for solace and healing, finding in their presence a powerful source of emotional and spiritual restoration. One of the most profound ways trees contribute to our well-being is through their ability to reduce stress and foster mindfulness. The simple act of walking among trees, often referred to as forest bathing or Shinrin-yoku in Japan, has been scientifically proven to lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure, and enhance overall mental clarity. This practice of immersing oneself in the atmosphere of the forest allows individuals to reconnect with their inner selves, promoting a deep sense of peace and tranquility. Trees also play a vital role in spiritual healing. Throughout history, sacred groves have served as places of worship and meditation, where individuals seek spiritual guidance and healing. In these spaces, the natural world and the divine are perceived as interconnected, with trees acting as intermediaries between the earth and the heavens. The spiritual energy of trees is believed to be a conduit for healing, helping individuals to release negative emotions, find inner balance, and reconnect with their higher selves. A powerful example of trees' role in spiritual healing can be found in the Amazon rainforest, home to some of the world's most ancient and powerful trees. Here, indigenous communities have long practiced ceremonies using ayahuasca, a sacred plant medicine derived from the Banisteriopsis caapi vine and other plants. These ceremonies, deeply rooted in the spiritual traditions of the Amazon, are conducted under the canopy of the forest, with the towering trees serving as witnesses and protectors of the ritual. Ayahuasca ceremonies are led by shamans, who guide participants through a deeply transformative experience. The medicine is believed to open the mind to higher states of consciousness, allowing individuals to confront their deepest fears, traumas, and emotional blockages. The presence of the trees during these ceremonies is not incidental. They are considered integral to the healing process. The trees' ancient wisdom and energy provide a sense of safety and grounding, enabling participants to surrender to the process of healing and transformation. The healing power of trees extends beyond the emotional and spiritual, reaching into the realms of creativity and inspiration. Trees, with their majestic forms and life-giving presence, have inspired countless artists, writers, and musicians throughout history. Their ability to adapt, grow, and endure through time serves as a metaphor for human creativity and resilience. Creative inspiration. Katie Holten, an artist and environmental activist, has extensively explored the connection between trees and creative expression. Her work often incorporates natural elements, particularly trees, as symbols of life, growth, and interconnectedness. Holten's tree alphabet, which translates the letters of the alphabet into tree forms, is a striking example of how trees can inspire new ways of thinking and communicating. This innovative project invites people to see language and nature as deeply intertwined, suggesting that just as trees are essential to our environment, so too is the natural world integral to the way we express ourselves and connect with others. Trees have long served as a muse for artists across various mediums. The towering redwoods of California, the ancient oaks of Europe, and the delicate cherry blossoms of Japan have all inspired painters, poets, and musicians to capture their beauty and essence. In literature, trees often symbolize life, wisdom, and the passage of time. Consider the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, where ancient trees like the Ents in The Lord of the Rings are portrayed as wise, sentient beings with deep connections to the earth and its history. Music, too, has been profoundly influenced by trees. Many cultures have created instruments from wood, such as the didgeridoo of indigenous Australians, crafted from eucalyptus trees. The sound of the wind through the leaves, the rustle of branches, and the creaking of wood have all inspired composers to mimic these natural sounds in their work, creating music that resonates with the rhythms of the natural world. The Amazon rainforest, with its unparalleled biodiversity, serves as one of the most potent sources of creative inspiration. The forest's vibrant ecosystem, where every tree, plant, and animal plays a vital role, is a living example of the beauty and complexity of nature. This lush environment has inspired not only local indigenous art and music, but also global movements aimed at preserving the planet's natural resources. The stories, colors, and sounds of the Amazon have become a symbol of the Earth's creativity and resilience, reminding us of the importance of preserving these vital ecosystems. In conclusion, trees are far more than just physical entities. They are sources of profound healing and inspiration. Whether through the emotional and spiritual solace they provide, or the creative spark they ignite, trees play an essential role in our lives. By connecting with trees, we tap into a wellspring of wisdom, resilience, and creativity that can guide us on our journey through life. The presence of trees in our world is a reminder of the deep interconnection between all living things and the powerful, life-sustaining energy that flows through the natural world. Chapter 5. Trusting in the Natural Order. surrendering to nature's wisdom. The natural world operates according to rhythms and cycles that are both ancient and profound, offering us lessons in patience, surrender, and trust. In this theme, inspired by the teachings of John Butler, we explore how trees exemplify the wisdom of living in alignment with these natural rhythms, encouraging us to release the need for control and trust in the flow of life. John Butler, a spiritual teacher and farmer, often speaks about the profound stillness and peace found in nature. Trees, in their silent majesty, embody this stillness, teaching us the value of surrender. Just as a tree surrenders to the changing seasons, shedding its leaves in autumn to conserve energy for the winter ahead, we too can learn to surrender to the natural cycles of life. This act of letting go, of trusting that life unfolds as it should, allows us to find peace and clarity amid uncertainty. Surrendering to nature's wisdom also involves recognizing that we are part of a much larger, interconnected system. Trees do not rush, they grow slowly and steadily, rooted deeply in the earth. They trust in the timing of the sun and the rain, in the turning of the seasons. In a similar way, when we align ourselves with nature's rhythms, whether by following the natural sleep cycles, eating seasonal foods, or simply spending more time in nature, we begin to experience a deeper sense of harmony and well-being. By trusting the natural order, we acknowledge that there is a time and season for everything in life, and that patience and trust are essential virtues. In his teachings, Butler often emphasizes the importance of being present and attentive to the moment, much like a tree that is firmly rooted in the now, standing tall and grounded. By observing and embodying the tree's ability to remain steadfast through all seasons, we can cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and resilience, understanding that life's challenges are part of a larger, natural order. Living in harmony with the earth. Living in harmony with the earth is not just about environmental stewardship. It is about fostering a deep, respectful relationship with the planet that sustains us. Trees, as the lungs of the earth, play a critical role in maintaining the planet's ecological balance. They absorb carbon dioxide, release oxygen, support biodiversity, and prevent soil erosion. By observing how trees naturally contribute to the health of the planet, we are reminded of our own responsibility to live in a way that supports and honors the earth. This theme calls for a holistic approach to life, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of preserving the natural world. It is about understanding that the health of the planet and our well-being are inextricably linked. When we live in harmony with the earth, we acknowledge that we are part of a larger system, and that our actions have a ripple effect on the environment and future generations. One powerful example of this interconnectedness can be seen in the concept of tree reincarnation, which ties into the work of hypnotherapist Dolores Cannon. Through her research in past life regression, Cannon found that souls often experience multiple lifetimes, not just as humans but also in other forms of life, including trees. In these regressions, individuals recalled lifetimes as trees, experiencing the long, slow growth and the deep connection to the earth. These experiences often provided profound insights into patience, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all life. This idea of tree reincarnation suggests that trees are not just passive organisms. They are sentient beings that contribute to the cycle of life in ways that we are only beginning to understand. For example, in many indigenous cultures, certain trees are believed to be the reincarnations of ancestors or sacred beings serving as protectors and guides for the living. This belief underscores the spiritual significance of trees and reinforces the idea that we must protect and honor these beings as part of our broader responsibility to the earth. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, provides a striking example of this interdependence. The trees in this vast ecosystem play a critical role in regulating the global climate by absorbing large amounts of carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. However, deforestation and environmental degradation threaten this delicate balance, leading to catastrophic consequences for the planet. This example illustrates the urgent need for environmental stewardship and the protection of the Earth's natural resources. In conclusion, trusting in the natural order and living in harmony with the Earth are essential aspects of a life lived in alignment with the wisdom of trees. By surrendering to nature's rhythms, we learn to let go of control and trust in the flow of life. By living in harmony with the Earth, we honor the interconnectedness of all life and recognize our responsibility to protect and preserve the planet for future generations. Trees, with their quiet strength and enduring presence, are powerful teachers, guiding us toward a more peaceful, balanced, and sustainable way of living. Conclusion: a message from Holistic Literary. As we conclude this exploration of the profound wisdom, healing, and inspiration that trees offer, we at Holistic Literary want to express our deepest gratitude for your journey with us through this audiobook. I Trust Trees. We have drawn inspiration from the works of Katie Holten, Fred Hageneder, John Butler, and other visionary thinkers who remind us of the powerful connections between humanity, nature, and the cosmos. Trees, with their enduring presence and silent strength, have much to teach us about living in harmony with the earth, trusting in the natural order, and embracing the spiritual wisdom that flows through all life. They stand as guardians of life, symbols of resilience and sources of endless inspiration. As you continue your journey, we encourage you to carry the lessons of the trees with you, whether it's through finding peace in their presence, drawing creative inspiration from their beauty, or committing to a life that honors and protects the natural world. Thank you for choosing Holistic Literary as your guide on this path of discovery and reflection. We invite you to stay connected with us for more explorations of life's profound mysteries and truths. May you always find strength, wisdom, and peace in the company of trees. Dear friends, if you are enjoying this, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon to be notified on future content. Thank you. With love, Holistic Literary.